Good evening and welcome into Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua, Nicaragua for tonight's BCL Americas game between Real Estelí of Nicaragua and Gladiadores de Anzoátegui of Venezuela. Alongside Paul Mokeski, I'm Craig Theta, and we're so glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from around the Americas or around the world. Paul, you got to see this Real Estelí team on Saturday against Jalapa. They were led by Tu Holloway with 19 points and Emmett Williams with 23. And they had two other players in double figure scoring, but they were out-rebounded 37-30. We're going to have to crash the glass better against this Gladiadores team because they're not likely going to shoot 54% from the floor as a team again.
Yeah, Emmett Williams, Terrell Holloway, Romero, they're all power players and inside players. And, they have to be better at rebounding to help take over this game. But one thing that Real Estelí won't do is take a lot of threes, nor will they make a lot of threes. They only took 15 threes and made 4 of them. So they're more of get into the paint, score in the paint, and get to the free throw line.
We both got to see Gladiadores last night in a hard-fought battle against Halcones. I was impressed with how they battled through a muddy game that was marred by a ton of fouls and a half dozen technicals. What will they have to do tonight if we're going to be successful against a Real Estelí team playing on their home floor?
Well, the one thing that they have on their side is Gregory Vargas. He is a mature player. He's a calming influence on them. He's very smart. So he's a guy that has leadership. He's going to take control of his team and not let them get too shook up. And they have an excellent coach too. So I don't see that a home crowd or energy here will affect them. They need to shoot a little bit better and get to the free throw line a little bit more and make their free throws.
We got to look at the starters for Gladiadores. Here are the starters for Real Estelí. Same starting lineups for both teams as they had in their previous games. For Daniel Seone of Gladiadores, it's going to be Henry Walker, Garley Soho, Gregory Vargas, Anthony Perez, and Nestor Colmenares. And for David Rosario of Real Estelí, Tu Holloway, Emmett Williams, Adonis Enriquez, Jared Ruiz, and Ismael Romero. Our officials for this game: Leonardo Salazar of Argentina, Alan Dos Santos of Brazil, and Jesus Lopez Diaz of Mexico. Hope you enjoyed that first game that we brought to you before we hopped on the old private jets and made our way here.
Man, it was a lot nicer on your private jet than the commercial I had to fly yesterday. Greg, thank you for letting me get to ride with you.
Well, I think after 6 days, you've kind of earned your keep, so we'll let you on the private jet. Of course, we tease because we are virtual in our home studios. Paul in Las Vegas. I am in Bloomington, Illinois, but the first game earlier on in Argentina is Quimsa defending their home floor against Nacional of Uruguay, 86-78. They made a 13-point comeback in that game. No games tomorrow. BCL Americas takes off until the January window, January the 17th to be precise, as Nacional and Quimsa get the action going again. We get a look at Real Estelí in their sparkling, crisp home white uniforms. Gladiadores in their visiting black uniforms. Should mention for David Rosario, he's assisted by Stacy Acuna and Jose Rios, and Daniel Seone, assisted by Leonardo Colmenares and Kevin Palacios. A big hello to all of our viewers in the USA on FanDuel TV, across South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel. It's going to be Emmett Williams jumping for Estelí and Nestor Colmenares jumping for Gladiadores. Ball's in the air, and we are underway. Gladiadores wins the tip. And a pretty nice crowd here for Estelí on their home floor. Vargas picking up the dribble. Colmenares giving it up. And Colmenares with the left hand can't finish. Ball popped around. Caught by Anthony Perez after it came down behind the backboard but didn't touch anything. So it was still in play.
And the reaction was the players just catch it, even though I'm out of bounds.
Pointer up and missed everything. Soho catches that one on a midair. Vargas over to Henry Walker. Perez to Colmenares. He goes up over Ismael Romero. And those guys have battled a bunch over the years. Ismael Romero of Puerto Rico. Short jumper missed, and we are 1:10 into this game, and nobody has found the bottom of the hole yet. Vargas shooting it from way outside over Colmenares. And now up ahead. Finally, Emmett Williams scores after Ismael Romero was stripped under his own bucket.
Emmett Williams is a heck of an athlete. You'll see tonight. He can fly.
Jared Ruiz fouled on his way to the bucket. It was one of those, it almost seemed like, Paul, that they were going to wait to see if he made this basket before they blew the whistle.
Yeah.
Ruiz came down and he was protesting.
He obviously grabbed his arm the whole way. Interesting little routine at the free throw line. Never works.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Let's see if he does the same thing here, Greg. Let's see. Spin the ball high. Stretch it out with your arm. Oh, he didn't stretch it out with his arm. One thing about free throws, you need to be consistent with your routine.
Yeah.
Or just make it like Ruiz.
What was your routine before shooting a free throw?
Very
Wow, what
simple.
defense by Ruiz.
Very simple. 3 dribbles, 3 breaths, shoot it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let it go.
As long as you get some sort of rhythm.
Yeah, you just have to be consistent with it. I won a game in Boston Garden, making 2 free throws with no time on the clock, doing that simple routine.
Wow. I imagine the fans in the Boston Garden were nice and quiet for you, too.
Oh, yeah. Very respectful. So was Larry Bird.
Right. I think, did they call that a goaltend that went in anyway? I don't think they whistled a foul.
And the player ended up in the seat as a fan.
Yeah. Romero, and he gets fouled by Garley Soho.
And this is what they do, Greg. They just pound it inside and go strong to the basket, make you foul them.
Fifth appearance in BCL Americas for Real Estelí. They reached the finals in 2021. Both of these teams defeated Halcones de Xalapa. Estelí by 10. Gladiadores by 6.
And both of those games were hard-fought battles, and Malconis just ended up on the wrong end of both of them.
So Romero hits the second, and it's 5-2. 3 on the way. Emmett Williams the rebound.
There they are, pounded it inside again.
Romero missed. Rebound Anthony Perez. Then at the other end, going up with the right hand and stuffing it home is Garly Soho. His first 2 points of the game. He had 12 points, 9 rebounds, 3 steals against Halcones as Ismael Romero scores again. It's another guy who's been around seemingly forever. 32-year-old from Puerto Rico. Spent a lot of time on the national team. Now Soho from the corner. His 3 rings out. Now Vargas. 3 on the way. Wide open. Can't get it to fall. Henry Walker was 2 of 7 from 3-point range in the win over Halcones. Offensive rebound there by Emmett Williams. Keeps trying, doesn't get it. Soho finally tracks it down. And Vargas, the bounce pass underneath to Perez. He misses. And what did Romero not do? Didn't leave his feet.
Jump.
Now at the other end, just feels Romero certainly does jump.
Throw it down,
in
big
with the
fella.
right hand. Perez for 3. That is good.
Sorry, Craig, I had to say that.
That's
Oh,
okay.
Bill Walton. Seems like both teams are feeling each other out.
Ismael Romero is off to a very nice start. 7 points already. Oh, pretty drive and reverse layup. Garly Soho.
Soho is one of those smooth players. He drives, he flies through there. Just a smooth-looking player.
Driving dish and the short jumper missed by 2 Holloway. I think that was his first shot. Nope, beg your pardon, that was his second. 3-pointer up and good, and just like that, Gladiadores on top. Gregory Vargas gets his first 3 points of the game.
You have to know where Vargas is on the floor. He's going to pull from anywhere, and he can make it from anywhere.
So a little 6-point swing here. And a nice feed from Emmett Williams to Ismael Romero, and he goes up, stuffs it, and has something to say.
You got a little trash foul.
Yeah.
And if you got 9 points and you're dunking the ball like that, you can trash talk all you want.
Estelí back on top. 13-12. Do we have a timeout? No, we did not have a timeout.
Seems like this happens a lot in this tournament. There's kind of a little confusion and people walk around and there's no timeout or there is a timeout.
Well, I mean, they're allowed with substitutions following the bucket, but
it shouldn't take 2 minutes to put someone in the game.
Yeah. Unless they had not reported the substitution. There you see Hassel Perez talking with Daniel Sione. All right, after all that, we are back underway. Jared Ruiz around Andy Perez, puts up the tray, a little strong. And here comes Vargas.
Did they take Romero out of the game?
Yeah,
What, do you get too tired dunking on the other team?
I guess.
I'm, I'm leaving him in the game till he runs out of gas. I mean, he's just killing them inside.
Charles Garcia gets his first 2 points of the night. Remember, he had 2 points, 2 boards last night. Picked up an unsportsmanlike in the first and then a tee later in the game, and he was ejected.
And he was not a happy camper.
No. He had a few things to say on his way off the court. Can't imagine there's a lot of people too thrilled to be ejected from the game. And Paul McKeskey, you mentioned Bill Walton a few moments ago. You had to have had some on-court interactions with him.
Yeah, it was towards the end of his career because he's hurt so much, but he played for that Boston Celtic team. He came off the bench and backed up Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale. And to me, that was one of the best teams of all time with that lineup. And him coming off the bench.
Oh, my goodness, what a find. Andy Perez with the lay-in after the stumbling assist. Make sure we credit the proper person. That was Hassel Perez on the assist. And now to Holloway. Ties it up, and it's going to be Estelí ball. To Holloway, born Terrell Holloway, but he started using the nickname 2 while he was in college. That's what he prefers to go by.
Yeah. Craig, you can start calling me 3.
Well, he actually spells it T-U, so it's not even T-W-O.
Yeah, I saw that.
Perez misses. Vargas the rebound. Estelí by 1. Nice find underneath and a hard foul by Andy Perez. Nothing personal. Just a hard foul. And then...
Those are like the good old days. No layups.
Yeah.
Anymore in the NBA, that's a flagrant 7. Oh, they did? They call it?
Well, they must have. Yeah. So he gets 2 free throws, and Gladiadores gets the ball. Somebody's playing a glockenspiel.
I like his form. He's like mine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very simple. I like it. You don't have to spin the ball, go behind your back. Just be simple. Simple routine that you can repeat over and over again.
It's like a golfer lining up a putt or a tennis player prior to the serve. Get yourself into a routine.
It's a glockenspiel?
I don't. It's
sounds interesting.
Some sort of xylophone.
Yeah.
I say glockenspiel only because that's the smallest, and you can probably carry that in your pocket.
Something different than the drums. I like it.
Yeah. Jared Ruiz misses the soaring layup attempt. Emmett Williams couldn't corral it under the bucket. That was a good no call there.
Yeah,
Williams had it blocked by Garcia. Here you look under that bucket, though, you see the drum section. I have no doubt we'll hear from them. Now Ruiz fouled from behind on that jumper.
He's a little mad at himself for not making that. Got fouled from behind and focus and try and make that. He's a little mad at himself. Let's see his routine again.
Now, Paul, I know you didn't have that hairstyle.
No, I
see on
don't think
Jared
anybody.
Ruiz.
I did have a big afro. Oh, I did have a big fro.
Boy, there seems to be a lot of standing around, and I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, there's no flow.
Alignment. Yeah, alignment, officiating. I'm not sure what, but it just seems like they have trouble getting in and out of substitutions, in and out of free throws. And now Estelí back on top, 17-60.
And if you're Estelí playing in this crowd, your home crowd, you want it to pick up. You want the energy to go. So we'll see if they can create some energy here and effort.
A nice crowd here on a Monday night in this terrific venue, Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua, named after the great boxer Alexis Arguello. That dude could hit hard for as thin as he was.
Like a Thomas Hearns. Wiry strong.
Yeah. Wiry strong. Yeah, I like that. Excellent description. Jared Ruiz scores the layup, and Estelí on top by 3. John Romero's shot blocked. Yeah. Inside 30 seconds to play this first quarter. 3 on the way. No. Garcia the rebound. I can tell you're coming along in your color commentary. Came up with that wiry strong description.
There you go.
That's what the best ones do.
Gladiadores is not going to get sucked into a high-paced game here. They're going to take their time. They're going to run their plays. They're just a veteran team that, is not going to get up and down with this team, Real Estelí at home.
Well, and it seemed like Estelí was going to be the one that didn't want the high-paced game when they had Ismael Romero in there. They were pounding it in down low successfully. He went out at the 6:11 mark and has not been back. Martel
like
Lopez. 9.
Yeah, to me, even as a player, if I'm on fire like that, I'm staying in. And as a coach, you are staying in. Get back out there.
Johanner Cifuentes misses the three-point attempt with the clock winding down in the first quarter. And the first period comes to an end. Real Estelí on top of Gladiadores de Anzoátegui. A score of 19-16. As we look at the shooting numbers, we'll run down the individual tallies. For Estelí, Andy Perez, 2 points. Ismael Romero, 9. Jared Ruiz, 6. Emmett Williams has 2 points. Second quarter just about to get started. Last game of the December window, 2023-24 Basketball Champions League Americas Tournament. Twelve teams competing for intercontinental glory. No teams from Canada in the tournament this year. I know the Edmonton Stingers have been in this event before, and I believe the Hamilton Honey Badgers were in it as well. There have been no U.S.-based teams in this tournament. As Anthony Perez drives and lays it in. Go ahead.
You wonder why that is. You know, I mean, it's not going to be
obviously.
Team USA, but
right.
But there's some other leagues that, but especially Canada. There's some good teams up in Canada that.
Yeah, no question. I mean, you're not going to put a G League team in here.
No.
Because a G League team is going to beat most, if not all, even the national teams, which I've seen in FIBA Americas play.
I would question that a little bit anymore because a lot of the G League teams are so young now.
Yeah, that's true.
I watched the Ignite team here in Las Vegas, and they're all 19, 20-year-olds, and these players are mature and been around for a long time, so I think it'd be closer than you think.
Well, I know back in 2017, a team comprised primarily of G League players had no difficulty in FIBA Americas winning that championship. But yeah, the last couple of years, the G League has truly turned into a developmental league, and the players are younger and less polished. Pretty jumper there by Jordan Cintron from Puerto Rico.
Estelí's
now the fadeaway in the lane.
Shots.
Yeah.
I think they're 0 for 5 from the 3 in the first quarter.
Cintron again draws the foul. That's going to be on John Romero. Yeah, and I'm not sure which of the alphabet leagues in the U.S. that you would pick to compete in a tournament like this.
Yeah, I would think maybe a travel team, maybe a team put together just for this, because let's face it, TBL, ABA, some of those the alphabet leagues, I don't think they could compete at this level.
Yeah, I think ABA is out of the conversation. Back in the day, you could the old CBA would be a great entrant into this event. The ABA is semi-pro teams now, and there's 120 of them. So which one do you pick? Maybe the winner, but you have teams that play 6 games in a season, and they're the champions.
Yeah, and some teams don't even play. So yeah, and maybe an all-star one of the leagues, or both of the leagues, or all the leagues, and that's what I mean by a travel team. Someone puts together 12 players that don't necessarily play in one league, and they have experience, and they're older and have played at a high level.
I think the closest that you could pull a squad from without it being a travel team would maybe be the TBL, or maybe, Paul, one from TBT, the basketball tournament.
Oh, if some of those top teams in the TBL would sweep this tournament. I mean, they have NBA, European experience. Yeah, they're the TBL teams that finish in the top 16, they would kill this tournament.
Oh, you're talking about TBT, the basketball tournament, not the basketball
TBT.
Right.
TBT, the $1 million tournament. They have experienced players with NBA experience, high-level Europe experience. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, the guys in that tournament typically are a little older. So I don't know if they could run with maybe some of these teams. I think that'd be fun. I think that would be a fun.
I don't know, Craig. We're looking at teams that have 41-year-old guys. So.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, those teams that play in the TBT are serious, and most of them wouldn't play in this because they're already playing high level in Europe, making real good money.
Yep. One of the teams that made it pretty far a couple times. I think we could do that. 3 from the wing by Francisco Garth is no good. Oh, what a pretty rebound by Asel Perez. Rebound and the putback. One of the teams that went far a couple times in TBT was Always a Brave, led by AJ Guyton. Bunch of Bradley players on there. A couple of Illini.
Yeah, the Syracuse team.
Yep.
Boeheim's Army. They're usually they've won it and they've been up there. Eric Devendorf, who played for me in the D League, is one of the leaders on that team, or he was.
We are tied up at 29, just like that.
Yeah, no one could get momentum in this game like we've seen in the other games we've watched.
Yeah, biggest lead of the game was 5 by Estelí, and that was early. There's been 11 lead changes already in this game.
It's going to be interesting to see if someone can get on a run here. You know, get 6-8-0 run and take control of this game.
Oh, pretty drive by Ismael Romero. He draws the foul. Hey, there's that upright xylophone. There you see it on the right side of the screen on our video replay, or our video monitor.
Blending in with the drum play.
Yeah.
See, to me, like we're talking about free throw routines, Romero's not a very good free throw shooter. And he takes way too much time. Like Giannis for the Bucks, you're not a good, very good free throw shooter. Keep it more simple and take less time at the line.
1-800-COACH Mo.
As he missed both of them.
3 on the way from Soho.
I said last night to another player, whoever his agent is, I'm here in Las Vegas, I can help him make free throws.
Timeout on the floor. Gladiadores by 1. 30-29. And this, Paul, is, you know, we've seen a lot of games in the last 6 days. This looks like a pro game to me. Not that the other games were, you know, semi-pro, rec league type games, not by any stretch of the imagination, but these look like 2 polished pro teams right here.
Yeah, they're a little higher level than execute stuff. They're a little sloppy, but I still get the feeling like you talked about, Greg. The crowd is a good crowd, is pretty quiet, and like everybody's wandering around a little bit, and there's been no excitement so far tonight. So we'll see if that excitement level picks up. But part of that is because both teams are so controlled and experienced.
And you get the feeling that these fans here in Polideportivo Alexis Arguello are just waiting for a reason to explode.
Yes, for sure.
And you've got the drum line.
But like we talked before the game, both of these teams You know, we see someone making a three here, but they're not great three-point shooters, and that's what gets momentum in a game like this. You know, where you knock down 2, 3 threes in a row, but both of these teams are more inside players and pounded physically inside, so that might be part of it also.
Real Estelí 1 of 9 from three-point range. Gladiadores 3 of 14.
Ouch.
Nice drive by Esmael Romero and finish with the left hand. Romero now in double digits. He's got 11.
Yeah, Gladiadores doesn't have any answer for him so far.
Yeah, not as of yet. If he can stay in the game, we saw him go out middle of this first quarter. Oh, tough fadeaway there. My goodness. Anthony Perez. You know, with that black uniform with the white trim and the beard with no mustache, he kind of resembles Tim Duncan a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
Adonis Enriquez.
I really like his game. He does a little bit of everything. Very smooth out there. I like his game.
Adonis Enriquez, 6'6", 29 years old, from the Dominican Republic. Half of Real Estelí's roster are imports. Got 2 Holloway from the USA, Emmett Williams, Aso Perez from the Dominican Republic as 3 goes in. Fireworks going off in the arena for that one. Drew Holloway hits his first bucket of the game.
They were waiting for that one.
Enriquez from the Dominican, Jordan Cintrón from Puerto Rico, Esmael Romero from Puerto Rico.
Bam. Made that 3 and got the foul.
How many times have we seen that this week, Paul?
Way too much.
Oh, his right foot was on the line, though.
That's the worst shot in basketball, by the way.
Yeah.
one inch being on the line costs you a whole point. I tell players that all the time.
So a long 2. And Garly Soho will try to complete the 3-point play instead of the 4-point play. This is his first free throw. Rebounding battle about even. Ooh, boy, I like this Aso Perez. My goodness. He's got some acceleration.
And I told you, I saw him play the other night. He is super, super athletic.
Oh, the alley-oop. Anthony Perez with one hand over the head and jams it home.
Beautiful, beautiful pass, beautiful finish.
and the crowd here appreciated that dunk too. You can kind of hear him go, oh.
That's, you love to hear that sound.
We've got a foul at the other end, that on Anthony Perez. Aso Perez, 22 years old.
And we had a little excitement there for a little bit.
Enriquez hits the first free throw. Now, if he were from Brazil and you were pronouncing his name in Portuguese, it would be Henriquez.
Language lesson by Craig.
That's from working with my good friend Victor Mansoure for a number of years.
We learned how to say monster.
Yeah. He was a lot of fun to watch. Monster Melo. Baseline drive, kick out. Ruiz thought about the three, takes it himself. Misses the floater. Boy, that looked like it was halfway down before it popcorned out. Oh, Vargas into the front court. Feeds the streaking Charles Garcia. He lays it in. That three is up and good. Emmett Williams, he had 23 points. In the win against Salapa. He's got 5 now. A minute and a half to play, second quarter.
And count that. Ooh. Looks
Yeah,
like they
Palacios. I think our graphics team thought it counted.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, Palacios.
He wasn't on the floor. He wasn't dribbling. He was
Oh,
shooting.
they called him for the offensive foul.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he did lower the shoulder.
Yep, he did a little bit.
So it remains a 6-point lead. As Holloway walks it into the front court. It's it right side to Centrone. Holloway has it back, launches the tray. That's good! Holloway splashes that one. And the lead is 9. Biggest lead of the game. Real Estelí and Daniel Seoane takes timeout.
That woke up the crowd a little bit.
Did. Gladiadores had kept it in that 4 to 5 point range for so long, and now a couple of back-to-back buckets, including a 3-pointer by Holloway. It's Estelí a 9-point lead as we near the end of the second quarter. Holloway now has 6. He's 2 of 4 from 3-point range.
Sí, pues vamos por Pacma. Ahora, escúchenme. Vamos a resolver aquí adelante limpiamente. No vamos a traer toda la mierda que tenemos en defensa al ataque. Queda 1 minuto 10. Vámonos a ir a 5. Esta ofensiva. Vamos a hacer una buena libre. Dale, va. Vamos.
Look at Asel Perez.
Ooh,
Up and
nice.
under the reverse dunk.
He was flying.
Look at the athleticism.
I used to do that back in that. No, I didn't. Not like that, at least. I could do that, though.
I could describe it.
Gladiadores is struggling a little bit, and I would look. Vargas has been quiet this game, and
Yeah, he
it's
really
time for him
has.
to step up. You know, he needs to get aggressive offensively for them to, get back in the game.
Vargas has only taken 4 shots. He's got 5 points. Shot clock down to 7. Gladiadores just standing around. Garcia for 3. Front iron, no. Rebound pulled down by Holloway, and then Garly Soho commits the foul.
Yeah, that shot missed so bad that Soho couldn't get out of the way of the rebound fast enough and
Yeah.
accidentally committed a foul. Came off that backboard hard.
Gladiadores continuing to build a house from 3-point range. 3 of 16. A lot of bricks.
A lot of times you got the wrong people shooting. You need your shooters and makers to shoot, not just random people. And that becomes a problem. For Vargas to only have 5 shots is not right.
Have you ever seen a guy, either as a teammate or somebody you coached, who was just a lights-out shooter in practice, in drills, in live scrimmages, just never missed, and then you get him into a game and he couldn't make a bucket for the life of him?
I absolutely do. Ooh.
Tipped in by Colmenares, and he goes down on top of Jordan Cintrone. Yeah.
Ooh. That's a flagrant elbow right there. The referee missed it. If they replay that, that's a flagrant elbow. If they replay that, watch what happens.
And that is what David Rosario is saying. And now Daniel Seone approaches the officials' table.
They need to review that. I mean, in the NBA game, if you connect with your elbow like that above the shoulders,
yep,
it's an automatic flagrant one. Automatic. I wish they'd show this like that again.
You see the
I don't know why
officials
they do this.
Congregating: Leonardo Salazar, Alan Dos Santos, and Jesus Lopez Diaz.
You're standing this long, right? Just review it. You're standing there forever. Just might as well review it.
Not sure what that signal was.
Yeah, that was a circular. They usually make the square.
Yeah, the square.
He made a circle. They're gonna review it on a circle screen. Watch this. Watch his elbow. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. His left elbow. I saw it from the other angle. You see it better. Right here. Watch it. Right there.
Oh yeah, that was intentional.
Yes, for sure. I mean, I saw that in the first replay. Right there. Believe me, I've caught a couple of those, and I've given a couple of them. Because you see,
who had the sharpest elbows that you ever play against?
Bill Cartwright.
I was just gonna say it had to be Bill Cartwright.
No question about it.
Mr. Elbows himself.
And it wasn't usually on purpose. It just kind of flailed around. What is the touchdown signal? Touchdown.
I don't know. And now he's describing it to the captain, Gregory Vargas. And has Colmenares. Yeah, they threw him out.
I don't know. You definitely have unsportsmanlike, but I don't know if you throw him out for that. I don't know.
No.
We've seen FIBA rules, and that the referees have a lot of latitude here, and they feel.
Yeah, and I don't think there was any question it was intentional.
Yeah, for sure.
So the veteran Nestor Colmenares, 36 years old, ejected from this game for the high elbow.
And here's the thing, Craig. There's only 23 seconds left in the half. If you don't do that, then you go into halftime and you come back out. But not a happy coach.
I don't understand why Gladiadores was shooting there.
I think there was a foul before that elbow, and then if you kick someone out, the other team can pick someone off the floor to shoot it. I think that's what happened. I mean, did he make the basket?
No. So I guess Cintron committed a foul before that rebound. So that's why Gladiadores shot a free throw, and then Colmenares with the high elbow. Cintron misses both free throws as a result.
So after all that, no points were scored.
And it was John Romero shooting free throws for Gladiadores. With Colmenares ejected, I'm wondering if Estelí had the choice of who they wanted to shoot those free throws.
Yeah, they usually do.
So they picked John Romero. So Romero misses the free throws. Cintron misses the free throws. And here we are at 48-40 with 8 seconds to play.
And let me know if you want me to tell that story of who can make shots in practice and not in the game. I have a name you will definitely recognize.
All right. 8 seconds left. Inbound to Vargas, but it gets tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Gladiadores. Boy, we've seen a lot of weird stuff in this tournament so far.
Yeah, we have. Still 7 seconds. You could get a decent shot off here.
Sure.
I hope Vargas can get a shot off for sure.
Clock down to 3, now 2, and a foul called. As
smart foul. Yep.
Yeah.
Bad one to give. Or did they?
And I think that's where the confusion was. Perez thought maybe they did have one to give.
And on our board, it said they did have one to give. And after all this, Vargas can cut the lead to 6 here, which wouldn't be bad going into halftime.
Vargas lines up the second and nets it. 48-42. And Vargas sits down. Nelson Palacios comes on.
And another timeout.
Yeah, Rosario takes timeout for Estelí, so they can get something drawn up with 2.7 to play. And now Paul Mokeski go ahead with the great practice shooter that struggled in games.
So I was coaching in the CBA in Hartford, the Hartford Hellcats in Connecticut. And I had a really good team. I had Kevin Ollie as a point guard, Chanel Scott from St. John's. I had Chris Gent from Ohio State. And I also had a player of some notoriety, Bo Kimball from Loyola Maryland.
Oh, yeah.
A great college scorer, great player in college, and I loved his attitude. Hard worker, very professional, worked his butt off every day to get better. And in practice, and in shooting drills in practice, he would work for hours and knock down every shot. And then in a game, I would call plays for him, or he'd get some open shots, and the ball never seemed to go in the basket. And it was very frustrating because I was sure it was no fault to him because he was working on his game, speed shots, and nailing them in practice, but in the game, they just never went in for.
And you hate to see that for a guy who works so hard.
No,
Kimball, of course,
I was frustrated.
known for being a great scorer for Loyola Marymount, as you said, and then after the death of his teammate Hank Gathers, always shot his first free throw of every game left-handed. Off the glass, no good, and we go to halftime with Real Estelí on top on their home floor by the score 48-42. Estelí 18 of 40 overall from the floor, 4 of 12 from three-point range, 8 of 15 from the free throw line. Gladiadores, meanwhile, 16 of 35 for 45.7%. A dismal 3 of 16 from the arc, 18.75%. 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Real Estelí a slight advantage in rebounding, 24-21. And we look at the individual tallies to this point. Jordan Cintrón, 5 points for Estelí. Adonis Enriquez, 8 points, 3 assists. To Holloway, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Asel Perez, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal and a block. Emmett Williams quiet thus far, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Andy Perez has 2. Ismael Romero, 11. Along with 3 rebounds, Jared Reeves has 6 and 3. For Gladiadores, Charles Garcia. A nice response after getting tossed from last night's game. He's got 13 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 3 rebounds. Anthony Perez, 12 points, 5 boards. Johannes Cifuentes has been quiet. No points in 9+ minutes of action. Garly Soho, 6 points, 3 boards. Johannes Cifuentes last night, 15 points, 9 boards, 3 assists. But tonight, has not done much. John Romero, 2 points. Gregory Vargas, a quiet 7, along with 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Henry Walker also very quiet, just 2 shots, no points, 1 rebound. And Nestor Colmenares ejected from this game with 2 points and 5 rebounds with a high intentional elbow on Jordan Cintrón. As we look at these highlights, Paul Mokeski.
Yeah, I would.
I kind of struggle to sum up this first half.
Well, I think Gladiadores they have to come out, and Vargas and Walker have to come out and produce. I mean, they have 7 points between them, and especially now with Colmenares out, they have to step up in the second half and for their team. Scoring-wise, for sure. And Estelí is just a good all-around team. They have a lot of guys that can score, some guys that can shoot. But those two, Vargas and Walker, have to step up in the second half and if they have a chance to win at all.
Without looking at the stat page, Paul, how many points would you say each team scored in that second quarter alone?
Ooh. Each team?
Yeah.
Probably Estelí, probably 22, 23, and Gladiadores probably 16.
That's about where I was at. I was shocked, and that's why I was at a loss for words a moment ago, because it was 29-26 in that second quarter. I don't know how Estelí put up 29 points. Yeah.
Well,
I certainly didn't think Gladiadores put up 26.
Hey, Craig, I think that's the overall feel of this game. It's kind of lackadaisical, kind of in some way. I mean, they're playing hard and they're playing physical, but like you said, a lot of times the substitutions take time to get in, and get to the free throw line takes time, and all this stuff is just taking too much time.
A lot of ebb and flow to this one. But at halftime, it's Real Estelí on their home floor, 48-42 over Gladiadores de Anzoátegui. We are back live with second half action from Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua in just a few moments. Welcome back to Polideportivo Alexis Arguello in Managua. Final game of the December window of BCL America's play. 12th game in 6 days. This one, Real Estelí and Gladiadores de Anzoátegui. Estelí with a 48-42 lead coming out of the locker room at halftime alongside Paul Mokeski. I'm Craig Fada. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from around the world, as Ismael Romero has his shot blocked. And now Vargas from the corner, and Paul Mokeski, that's what you wanted to see out of Gladiadores coming out of the half. They wanted to get Gregory Vargas involved.
That's the guy that they need to get involved. He needs to take 10 or 12 shots this half because he can actually make them. They're 3 for 16 from the three and 18%. And Vargas is a great shooter. Get him the ball, let him shoot. And then we got to see something from William Walker. We got to see him step up. And, it's not going to be an easy task because Estelí is a very, very good, solid, all-around team.
Garcia whistled for the foul. He was contending that he took an elbow. Came out of there kind of ginger in the tenders area.
Describe that for me. What does that mean?
The tenders. That's what Poe called him in Kung Fu Panda when he got hit there. He said, "Oh, my tenders."
I got to remember that one. You learn something every day.
Yeah.
Getting ready to be 66, 7 years old, and I'm still learning.
Well, you taught me cookies during this tournament, so.
We'll just
a big hello to all of our, big hello to all of our viewers watching on the FanDuel TV platform in the USA, across South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel. To Holloway giving it up to Emmett Williams. Into the corner for Holloway for three. Splash! To Holloway hits from long range, and he's got 10.
That's another good outside shooter right there. Holloway can really knock him down.
Now Henry Walker for three. That missed. Stolen away, Vargas has it. Perez goes around Emmett Williams. Yeah.
No resistance on defense. That's not good. That's not a good sign.
And Romero should absolutely have a field day in there with Nestor Colmenares out of the game. As Anthony Perez is whistled for the foul.
Yeah, they just need to keep feeding Romero's. He's just killing them inside and going up strong, and just keep giving him the ball. Put the pressure on the defense.
Free throw is in. How about this backcourt for Estelí? Terrell Holloway, to Holloway from Xavier, 2012, finished second in his college career, second in assists in Xavier history. He was a D-League All-Star in 2016, the Atlantic 10 Player of the Year in college, and then in 2017, the BSN Puerto Rico Finals MVP. Then you've got Emmett Williams. He was a five-star high school recruit. Started 33 games at LSU before the COVID pandemic. He opted to turn pro after that. Averaged 10 points, 6 rebounds. Played in the G League, Canada, Italy, Dominican Republic, now Venezuela.
There's some talent.
Oh, the alley-oop up ahead to Garley Soho.
I told you,
Man,
Craig.
did
I
he
like
get up
his
for that one?
Great pass.
That wouldn't have been more accurate if he walked up and handed it to him. So he'll go to the line for the three-point play and completes it. Soho now with 9, and Gladiadores back to within 4. Biggest lead of the game for Estelí, 10 points in that first half. Gladiadores led by 1.
And this is what you don't want to do. Like, kind of fouls like that have nothing to do with the play. And they have 3 team fouls already. You can't afford to get those cheap fouls early.
Holloway gives it up to Williams. He tried to go up for the tomahawk and missed. To Holloway. Ended up with it. And it went off of Vargas. They did not call a foul there. Vargas was trying not to foul.
Or, yeah.
Oh, that would have been a highlight reel dunk. So they did call a foul.
Yeah, he was on his
team
back.
Foul now for Gladiadores. Here's Henriquez. He tried to get a little too cute with that pass.
Yeah, Romero is not that guy you throw lobs to or get tricky with. You just give him a nice, simple pass, and then he will finish for you inside. But that was a little too tricky.
Garcia. Beg your pardon. Yeah, that was Anthony Perez, not Charles Garcia. No, that was Garcia.
Yeah.
That's what happens when I question myself.
Yeah, go for it. Have confidence. Go for it. I know this is your first couple games, but you can do it. You have this.
Yeah, man, you get to the end of a tournament like this.
I tell you,
you're thinking of one player. You're talking about one player, and it's completely another guy.
When I was with the Dallas Mavericks for 5 years, I did advanced scouting where you go ahead of the team and scout the team you're about to play. And you have a 25-page report and diagrams and play calls and tendencies. And, I was good at it, but a friend of mine that coached with me sent me. He was cleaning out his desk and said, "I just found your schedule for November back when you were a scout." And I was on the road for 20 of the 30 days. And I remember being on the road 10 straight days, 10 games in a row, sit up in the morning, fly, go to the game, write your report, do the same thing. And I remember about in the 7th game, a friend of mine who was scout for another team, he looked at me and he said, "Mo, do you even know what gym you're in? Do you know who you're scouting?" I was pretty much in a daze, and the telltale sign was I had a cup of coffee, I had Red Bull, and a Coke next to my computer.
Yeah, you were telling me about your schedule one time when you were an advanced scout. I couldn't believe it. I thought me and my partners logged a lot of miles when we were running a U.S. minor league, but my goodness. What crazy. You had to do was just insane. That 3 ball is up and good, and hey, look at this. Gladiadores has the lead, 55-54. Henry Walker.
Walker woke up.
Garcia has to circle it back around. 3 from the corner. Vargas the rebound. And the offense gets reset. Walker again from 3. Ooh, missed that one badly. Wide left, but there for the putback is Garcia, and he draws the foul.
That was a little heat check out there for Walker. Great position inside. Ooh. Look at that rebound position. Craig, how often have we seen this in this tournament, where a team has control at halftime, seemingly has the game under control, and at halftime everything flips around, and the team that was behind at halftime comes out and starts to take over the game. We've seen it over and over again.
We've probably seen it in half the games.
It's amazing.
So now Gladiadores with their biggest lead of the game at 4. Henry Walker. Beg your pardon, Charles Garcia with 17 points now, as Ismael Romero notches his 13th and 14th points.
And that was a great pass on the money where he just lifts up and finishes it.
And again, I'm really impressed with the response of Charles Garcia after being ejected from last night's game. Some guys, they go into a funk and they have an attitude problem. Charles Garcia in this game has come out and played very well and responded in a very positive manner. Vargas commits the foul there.
You can either go in a funk or you can get kind of mad at yourself for getting kicked out and show them, you know, how much you mean to the team. And that's what he's done tonight. Done a great job.
And they're going to, I think they're going to review this to see if it was an unsportsmanlike. Holloway immediately complained that he didn't go for the ball. He just got hacked across the arms, 80s style.
Well, when you get, when you go for the ball, sometimes you hack someone on the arm. I mean, I don't know why you would review this. It's not like an elbow or a hit in the shoulder or you had to play on the ball. You actually got part of the ball. He got part of the ball.
That looked like it was more up toward the elbow. There's the bump.
Yep.
I don't know.
He got part of the ball. He deflected the ball. Look. That's amazing. Look at him hit the ball.
Yeah,
ball, arm.
He did catch the ball first.
Yeah, I mean, why would you review this? It happens all the time in a game. Because the player complained. Ball, arm. It's a regular foul.
Well, let's see what the officials decide. I think he just signaled a common foul.
And did they challenge and then lose a timeout, or is it just a regular call? Oh, they called it off on them.
Oh, that's the worst of all possible worlds for Holloway. So maybe that's what they were reviewing, Paul. They weren't reviewing whether or not it was an unsportsmanlike.
Yes.
Yeah. So Walker for 3.
I thought it was going crazy for a minute, Craig.
Well, I mean, after so many games.
Yeah. I mean, I played for 12 years in the NBA and I've coached for 23. I've seen a lot, but I didn't see an unsportsmanlike on that one.
Keep hearing that train horn in the background. Real Estelí's nickname, Tren del Norte, Train of the North.
Train's coming through.
Yep.
See, now both teams are getting a little sloppy for no reason. It's a 2-point game, and the teams are just kind of throwing the ball away around like it doesn't mean anything. Possessions are important.
Been stuck on 56-58. For what seems like a while. Here's Perez. Rebound tapped back. Perez has it. Goes behind the back. Feeds Romero underneath. Shot gets blocked, but a foul called.
A little Harlem Globetrotter there behind the back and then pass.
Yeah. He's got, as the kids say today, Riz.
Please don't ever say that again. That's like me saying, hey, that's fire.
Romero too strong on the free throw.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Romero is a strong player, solid, good rebounder, finishes in the paint, but his free throw shooting just hurts him and hurts his team. You know, when you get fouled in there, you got to make them pay by making your free throws.
Bricks them both. It's out of bounds, and it'll be Gladiadores ball. Romero with 14 points.
Probably could have
2
20.
of 8.
Free throws, right?
Hey, he's
Yep.
2 of 8 from the free throw line. Palacios high on the right side. Shot clock at 10. There's Garcia, picked up by Romero. Garcia wants this matchup. Kicks it out. Now in the corner, gets the defender to fly by. And the foul committed on the three-point shot.
Boy, they too much standing around, too much dribbling, but got bailed out by, guess what? Someone jumping in the air. He getting caught in the air.
And he got way up there, too.
Bailed out, and now we're shooting 3 free throws. You know, just stay down. The rule is, when you're closing out on a shooter, you should never leave the ground until the shooter leaves the ground.
First free throw falls in for Cifuentes. He was 9 of 12 from the free throw line last night against Halcones. Second one falls through, and he's got one more coming. 3:18 to play, third quarter. This our last game of the December window. I'm sure I speak for my partner Paul Mokeski when I say it's been a tremendous pleasure bringing you these games. And we will be back in January, starting on the 17th, with Nacional and Quimsa. Start off the January window. Romero, the offensive rebound, the putback.
Very strong by the big fella. Craig, I want to thank you for inviting me to do the games with you. I've enjoyed them immensely.
It's certainly been a pleasure having you on here. To Holloway for 3. Rebound, Jordan Cintron. Back up top to Perez. Back into the corner for Holloway. Another. That one's good. And we're tied up at 61.
Walking the ball around, got the open shooter in the corner, and bam, tie ball game.
Vargas has it ripped out of his hands, but the defender over the baseline. It's going to be Gladiadores ball. Fans here in Polideportivo Alexis Arguello starting to make some noise. Vargas, trouble getting it in. Finally gets it to Garcia, who really had to climb up for that one. He needed every inch of his 6'10" frame there. That 3 is up and good. Johanner Cifuentes scores. Gladiadores back on top by 3 inside 2 minutes to play. Third quarter. Romero in with the left hand.
Nice left hand finish. That big fella, really nice. Little crossover left hand finish in the paint. Excellent.
Palacios misses the 3. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Estelí ball. Paul, who was the first player that you ever really saw that used the crossover regularly? I mean, every ball handler has it in their arsenal now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of people did it, but I played in '91 with the Golden State Warriors, and there was a player on that team called Tim Crossover Hardaway, and he was amazing.
Yeah.
Quick, strong finish. I mean, I saw him cross over so many people in the league. It was scary. A lot of guys didn't want to guard him.
Estelí missing a golden opportunity to take the lead. They have a 3-on-1, settle for a three-pointer by Palacios, and he misses. And then Romero loses it after the dunk attempt by Williams. Another 3-on-1. This time, Carly Soho scores on the layup.
And did the right thing on 3-on-1. Go to the basket.
Yeah. Sione out on the floor. Look at him.
He's begging his defense to come over and help. And he was right. He was right. They needed help. Holloway was going to score this anyway.
Holloway now with 15. He's getting pretty toasty. Fuentes. And he gets tied up. How about Yasser Perez? Give me that.
That's the right call, too. Got all ball.
Yep, absolutely. So John Romero sits down, as does Tu Holloway for the final 23.2 seconds of this third quarter.
And Craig, this is a good coaching move. So you take some of your players out. Not only do they get this 23-second rest, they get the in between the quarter rest. So it's kind of like a double rest period for them.
And if you get a foul here or something too in the last 23 seconds, as Perez hits the three-pointer to make it a 4-point lead. There's that train horn. Shot clock off, game clock down to 5. The fadeaway, and the shot is good. Emmett Williams, and there's a foul that's going to get those guys more time on the bench.
Yeah, he just reached in. He got caught reaching in and grabbing his arm, and, you know, no need for that. You don't want to foul with time running out, but a great follow-through and finish on that, and a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And you had a 5-point lead just a moment ago. Williams 5 of 5 from the free throw line last night. 2 nights ago, I should say. It's his first attempt here tonight. And stolen away. Well, we've got a chance to get a shot off when we go to the fourth quarter. Separated by 1 point. 69-68 in favor of Gladiadores de Anzoátegui. Real Estelí. We are back with fourth quarter action live from Managua in just a few moments. 69-68 in favor of Gladiadores de Anzoátegui of Venezuela, making the trip to Nicaragua, Real Estelí's home floor. Lead by 1 on this, the final day of the December window in BCL America's 2023-24 action. Alongside Paul Mokeski, I'm Craig Feda. So glad you can be with us. Enjoy these games as, just like that, Estelí back on top on the three-pointer by Jared Ruiz. He's got 11.
Yeah, this game's going to come down to the end. Both veteran teams, both deep, both have talent. Both have been there before, and you know, it's going to be a couple players, or a player's going to make a couple plays here to pull this out.
Ruiz scores again. A 9-0 run by Estelí to take this 4-point lead. Oh, a beautiful feed underneath. Garcia misses the easy one, but makes the more difficult shot, and he's got 20.
That's called padding your stats, actually.
Get the offensive rebound.
Moses used to do that all the time. Moses did that. But I don't think he did that on purpose that time. Just missed a point-blank shot. But stayed with it. Got it back.
Adonis Enriquez misses the three-point attempt. Gladiadores looking to tie. Perez for 3 for the lead, and he gets it, and he's going to go to the line for the 4-point play attempt.
How many times do we see that, Craig? It's amazing how much this happens.
I don't know. That's got to be, what, the 8th or 9th time we've seen that over the course of... This is my 11th game in this tournament. I think your 10th or 11th.
Yeah,
You've done 11.
At least 10 times, I think. It's amazing.
I think you'd have to go a month to see 10 of those in the NBA.
Yeah, you just don't foul three-point shooters. It's just, you know, basketball 101. It's just, you know, you're tempted to close out and do all that, but, you know, just put a hand up, contest, and now we've got a timeout so a player can fix his hair. Wow. Okay. Where is this game now? Come on, really?
Now, come on, Paul. I know there were some timeouts, or at least some delays, when you had to pick out your afro.
Oh, absolutely. Every time. No, maybe Dr. J.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd let Dr. J do it without question.
Probably. High pick and roll. Again, that little bounce pass, a little tough for Romero to catch.
So after the 4-point play, Gladiadores back on top by 1. Now a foul on Ruiz. Initially good on the defense, and then Vargas got past him and he reached around.
Yep. Craig, what are the chances of our last game of the tournament going to overtime? 5-1?
Oh, absolutely not. I think it's more like 3-2.
I think you're right too. I got that feeling. I got that feeling. It should be like 10-1, but
yeah. Why not some bonus basketball? It's been a lot of fun. So Yasso Perez, 4 fouls for Estelí. Jared Ruiz has 3. Emmett Williams has 3. Nobody with more, I beg your pardon, Garly Soho has 4 for Gladiadores. They lose him, that could be a key loss. in addition to already losing Nestor Colmenares in the first half, being ejected. 3-point attempt missed. Vargas the rebound. They've got a 4-on-2. Vargas takes it all the way himself. And they're going to say that Perez was over the baseline when he came into contact with that ball.
Yeah, he was. But looked kind of like a foul going to the basket so far.
Yeah.
I would think Vargas would be free throws, but evidently not.
If that had been called on Yasser Perez, that would have been, oh, beg your pardon, I was looking at the wrong column. He's got 4 assists, not 4 fouls.
Perdón. Charlie, Anthony, aquí.
Let's listen in to Daniel Seone.
Gregory, saca la pelota. Van a salir los dos. Anthony y Pac-Man. Va a hacer como que va a venir. Y ahí mismo, Pac-Man, te vas a regresar, Anthony. ¿Dónde está Anthony? ¡Tac! Aquí está este Anthony abajo. Y Pac-Man, bloqueo. Charlie, you scream for Pac-Man. Vamos a venir los dos al mismo tiempo. Pac-Man aquí, Anthony aquí, Charlie. Gregory, cifo de seguridad. Si no hay nada, la ponemos en huevo y jugamos cualquier sistema. Dale, va.
Sounds like Daniel Seone was drawing up a play for Anthony Perez off of a Charles Garcia screen with Johanner Cifuentes as the second option.
We'll see if they execute.
Why not? Why not get it to Anthony Perez? He's got 20 points, as does Charles Garcia. Vargas with 10, Soho on the bench with 11 and 4 fouls. Vargas looking to inbound, and he did not get it in time. Yeah.
He's way too casual with that, like he had all day.
And now jet quick to the hoop.
There's the man of the hour, Romero.
Yeah, Romero cleaned up that mess.
Cleaning up the mess. Yeah.
You know, that we're dangerously close to finishing each other's sentences there.
I know, that's scary.
Garcia faked the 3, got it over to Anthony Perez. Shot clock at 2. Throws it up. Does not get it to fall. Now Estelí looking to extend this lead. They get it to Romero. Back up top to Holloway. Palacios closes. Holloway shoots. Vargas the rebound. Inside 6.5 minutes to play. In regulation.
Don't say that.
Into the corner, open 3 for Palacios. Splash! That's good. So now Gladiadores back on top by 2.
Baseline drive, baseline kick.
19 lead changes in this game as Romero goes up and thunders that one home. And we are tied at 7-7. Stripped on the way up. Holloway. Baseline drive. Estelí works it around the outside. Holloway in the corner. Still 10 to shoot. Rebound Vargas. 3-on-2. They get 4-on-2. You can see the player in the corner. The floater. Wow, what a tough shot soaring in from the wing. Johanner Cifuentes. Romero in the lane gets fouled.
probably a good idea for them to foul him because he does have 22 points all on dunks and layups around the basket, but he's 2 for 8 from the free throw line. So probably a good idea, just foul him and see if he'll miss 1 or 2 of his free throws. Because I know one thing, he can finish in the paint. He's a man inside there.
Romero's 16 points in the paint. Hey, if you got to bank it in, bank it in.
Yeah. Whatever works. Unfortunately, I don't think he did that on purpose, but it went in.
Of course he did that on purpose. How could you question it?
Because he didn't do it again. That's why he would have done it again. I tell you what, though, Greg, when I worked with Samsung in Korea, in the Korea League, players back then, they banked in free throws.
Some guys who really struggle from the free throw line will sometimes shoot jump shots for free throws. Whatever works. Rick Barry's son, I thought. Rick Barry's son, Rick shot underhand, and Rick Barry's son covered him last December in the FIBA Americas 3x3 championship. He shoots his free throws underhanded as an homage to his father and makes them.
Because he makes them, yeah. I don't know about an homage, but he makes them. You know, and I always thought if you're a bad free throw shooter, if you try to bank it and you're short, it goes in. Or it's too hard, it has a good chance of going in. That's what I always thought.
Yeah. Oh, and a bad break there for Estelí as Jordan Cintrón, no, that's Jared Ruiz, steps on the sideline. We haven't seen, I don't think we've seen Jordan Cintrón come back into the game since he took that shot to the beak by Nestor Colmenares. And that, just as I say that, Cintrón is in the game right now, guarding Johannes Cifuentes. So glad to see him in the game. Shot clock at 8. Here comes Cifuentes. Nicely cut off along the baseline.
Just playing with the ball too much. That's what we used to say. Either attack the guy, shoot it, or move it on and let somebody else attack. But you're dribbling too much, and you know he's keen on you doing a pull-up at that point.
So no Holloway to guard Cifuentes on the inbound pass. Catch and shoot for Garcia, missed everything. And with 3:54 to play, Estelí with a chance to get the lead back. So Jared Ruiz has a seat, and we are back underway. On the floor for Estelí, it's Cintrón, Adonis Enriquez, to Holloway, Esmael Romero, and Evan Williams. I like that lineup for Real Estelí on the floor. Enriquez misses the three-point attempt. Romero fouled on the rebound. On the floor for Gladiadores, it's Charles Garcia, Nelson Palacios, Johannes Cifuentes, Gregory Vargas, and Henry Walker. Soho on the bench with 4 fouls. Anthony Perez on the bench with 20 points in 29 minutes. We assume he's going to be back very, very soon. 20 points and 9 rebounds. And now a whistle before the shot. Let's see what the call was there.
Moving pick on Romero. He knocked into the shoulder of the defender, moving pick.
Gladiadores now with a chance to extend this slim 1-point lead. Vargas out near midcourt, hounded by Jordan Cintrón. Already shot clock down to 7.
Yeah, their spacing is horrible. Everybody's just huddling around the middle. We need to get
Vargas
spaced out.
Vargas had to take it himself. This the left-hand layup, and now Estelí with a chance to take the lead again. Hanger in the lane, won't go for Holloway. Romero the rebound, and he draws the foul. He'll have to try to give Estelí the lead from the free throw line.
Yeah, down at the other end, they just were all clogged up, and Vargas had nowhere to go. Everybody was standing around, and of course their defenders are just clogging up the whole lane and had to force a layup to try to get to a layup, and they need to have better spacing down at the other end.
This free throw misses by Romero. He's 3 of 11.
Yeah, at this point in the game, if you have enough players that can do this, you probably, whenever he catches a paint, you should just foul him.
Yeah, do the hack-a-shack. Hate to say it, but it doesn't make for great basketball to watch. If your goal is to win, and that's the best strategy, he hits the second one to tie it up at 79. Pull up along the baseline. Tough shot. Wow.
Pretty rotation. The rotation on that shot was excellent.
He's got 10. Now to Holloway from the baseline at the other end, and he gets that one to go.
This is going to come down to who doesn't want to trade baskets, who's going to get some shots and then score, so you're not just trading baskets.
Tied at 81, coming up to 2 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Vargas for three. Splash! That one.
There he is. There's the Vargas I know.
How about the points from the bench comparison? Gladiadores, 35 bench points to just 11 for Estelí. And does David Rosario take time out here? He does. Cifuentes scores again to give Estelí a 5-point lead.
They got one of those timely stops and a leak-out layup that gives them that 5-point lead. Looks like Romero's not.
Can't be about his point total. He's got 24. He's also got 9 rebounds and 3 steals. To Holloway, 17 points for Estelí. Jared Ruiz also in double figures with 13. Gladiadores. Charles Garcia, 20 points. Anthony Perez, 20 points. Gregory Vargas, 13. Johanner Cifuentes, 12. Garly Soho, 11. 5 guys in doubles.
If I'm their coach, I'm saying, listen. If they ever get it down low into Romero and he's in the post, and foul him, just
tackle him.
No, go for the ball.
Yeah, I know you don't want
the unsportsmanlike, but just go for the ball and foul him, and put him on the free throw line.
Romero 4 of 12 from the stripe. Overall as a team, Estelí 14 of 26. Both teams with 3 team fouls as we get inside 90 seconds to play in this fourth quarter. Gladiadores 12 of 15 from the free throw line. Back up top to Ruiz. He drives, hangs, gets his own tip in.
That happens a lot when you fill the basket. You put a shot up there a little hard, and you follow it, it'll come right back to you.
inside of a minute. Vargas milking some clock here. He's going to take it himself, and Romero on the reach-in. That's a good play by Vargas. He had the mismatch on the big.
Vargas talking to the crowd a little bit. Watch me.
Just the second foul on Ismael Romero in this game. And a timeout on the floor. 86-83. About 50 seconds to play in this one. And Daniel Seone takes time out.
Yeah, and his players are telling him we need some action first, move, and then get spacing so we can attack.
Zippo hace esto, John abre, Gregory le pasa, la que da busca mano a mano. Si Zippo sale con Hollow se la voy a dar. Ok, si Zippo sale con Hollow, se la da, quiere. Hey, pick and roll, Batman.
And then he's going to cross over the top.
Escúchame, contigo, Henry, open here. Escúchame, pase lo que pase. No rompa atrás. Hey, y podemos dar foul. Ok, dale, va.
I don't know who Pac-Man is. I don't know whose nickname that is.
I know, he says that a lot. I don't know.
I think it's Garley Soho. I could be wrong.
I don't know, but he says it a lot.
Well, he calls him Gregory in the huddle, and he uses Anthony for Anthony Perez. I haven't heard him say Garley Soho.
So let's see if Vargas comes up the top from that zipper action, and then they get the inbounder crosses over the top for a high pick and roll. That looked like that's what he drew up.
Great camera work. Great work on the extended boom mic.
Vargas is inbounding, yeah.
So Cifuentes has it. Shot clock at 7. Takes it himself. Just barely catches the front iron.
He short-armed that one.
Yep.
He looked like he didn't want to take that shot. He short-armed it.
And now Henry Walker commits the foul, pleading his case.
He should have saved that for Romero.
Both teams now with 4 team fouls. John Romero sits down. Garley Soho comes back on. Remember, Soho has 4 fouls. Nelson Palacio sits down as well.
And this is where if Romero catches in the paint, you need to foul him.
Down to Holloway. Quick 3 is up and good, and we're tied at 86.
Too easy of a shot. Gave up a 3 and he didn't want
to 27.2 to play. Real Estelí ties it up on the three-pointer by Holloway. Holloway now. 23 points. Crowd here in Poli Deportivo Alexis Arguello starting to make some noise.
I'm telling you what, too. The coach drew up a play for somebody else but Vargas. I'm hoping he's letting Vargas have the ball here and make the play. Yes, he did. And that threw me off because I thought it was going to be Vargas. So I hope he learned that, hey, let's get Vargas, put it in his hands, and we either go in overtime or we win this game.
Gladiadores won't be able to run the clock down the whole way. 27.2 to play. They can certainly take down a large chunk of it. Beg your pardon, Holloway has 20. It's 5 of 10 from three-point range.
Here's another thing, Craig. If you go down there and miss, and Romero gets the rebound, you should foul him immediately.
Vargas gets it inbounds. Cifuentes bringing it up on Holloway. And an offensive foul on Johannes Cifuentes. Oh my goodness. Goes behind the back first, and there's the high elbow into the chest. To Holloway with the defensive pressure.
I would hate to see them lose the game because they don't give Vargas the ball at the end. That's mind-boggling to me.
Jonas Enriquez inbounds into Jared Ruiz. Now Holloway's got it. Working on Vargas. Shot clock off. Game clock at 10. Comes the screen. Romero rolls, but the pass was not there. Launches the long three. Missed it left side. Ball out of bounds. And Ruiz immediately goes to talk to an official. They want a review. You may think that it went off with Gladiadores before regulation ended, but
It was so
yeah.
And guess what?
Mario wants to review.
We talked ourselves into an overtime game.
I said it was 3-2, didn't I?
You were right. I still can't
As of
say
right
enough.
now, they're not going to review this.
I mean, I don't know how you don't give the ball to Vargas at the end of this game.
You see the three-pointer by Holloway to tie it literally with a hand in his face.
We also talked about that, Craig. The team that makes the shot that puts them into overtime and has the momentum usually wins the overtime.
Yeah, we saw that between Nacional and Sao Paulo yesterday. Estelí outscored Gladiadores in that fourth quarter 18-17. Team fouls carry over. Jonas Enriquez, 8 points. Drew Holloway, 20 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. Ismael Romero, 4 points, 9 boards, 3 steals. Jared Ruiz, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Emmett Williams, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Emmett Williams has 4 fouls. Jordan Cintrone, 5 points. Essel Perez has 4 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Andy Perez, 2 points for Estelí. For Gladiadores, Charles Garcia with 20, along with 8 rebounds. Nelson Palacios, 3 points. Johannes Cifuentes, 12 points. Gregory Vargas, 13 points, 5 boards, 7 assists. Henry Walker, 3 points. Anthony Perez, 20 points, 9 rebounds. John Romero, 2. Garly Soho, 11 points, 8 boards. And to round out the scoring, Nestor Colmenares, 2 points before his ejection for Gladiadores. Gladiadores will have the ball to kick off the overtime period, and the clock did not start.
Yeah, this becomes as mental as much as physical, Craig, that you battled and battled all this whole game, and now it's pretty much 0-0. All the work you did before means nothing, so you got to really clear your brain, recalibrate, and just go out and win this 5 minutes. and we
what
have
the
a
delay
lot
is
of
here.
conversations. Yeah, it gets frustrating after a while. Let's make a decision. Maybe the clock malfunction and they can't get it working.
Yeah, because they started play, and the official noticed immediately that the clock didn't start.
And it's never a good thing. You've seen this before in an arena when the electrician has to come over and look at the clock. That's not a good thing.
A couple circumstances where had power go out. That happened up in Edmonton in 2015. Had a lengthy delay. Happened once last summer. Can't remember which U19 World Cup it was. We had a power outage. Last year in December at the FIBA 3x3 in Miami, they played in the pavilion outside of the Heats arena. And it was one of those afternoon rainstorms. It was covered on the top, but it was blowing in from the side. So we had about a 1 hour delay because they couldn't keep the court dry. So yeah, all sorts of stuff can happen.
Including a silly turnover by Gladiadores there.
Yeah.
Start the overtime. You can't afford to do that.
To Holloway. Holloway pulls up from 10, short. Rebound Garcia. Henry Walker faked the shot and drove, but a foul called. That was on Ismael Romero. And that's his third foul. First free throw, no good. And again, they fixed our graphic because they wiped out the team fouls, but the team fouls carry over. That was a non-shooting foul.
So we're shooting the rest of the way, yeah.
Well, I mean, we're shooting. It was the foul was not in the act of shooting, is what I meant.
Correct. Yeah. But so now every foul is shooting.
Yes. 1 minute elapsed in the overtime. Gladiadores by 1, 87-86. Enriquez. Oh, he had Romero on the cut. Three-point attempt with the shot clock winding down. Did that go off of the 24-second clock? No, they're going to say that is off of Gladiadores. It's going to be Estelí ball. Wow, and Henry Walker with the elbow up high to Emmett Williams. That was right in front of the official. I'm a little surprised they didn't call that. Well, maybe they did. And that's why Walker's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, they did.
Williams, 1 of 1 from the stripe in this one. He was 5 of 5 against Halcones. Tied at 87. Estelí the lead, 88-87. Vargas into the front court, picked up by Ruiz, trying to create some separation. Now here's Palacios. He drives, hangs, spins out. Did a nice job protecting the ball on the shot. But it's circled out, and here comes Estelí. Jared Ruiz between the rings, giving it up to Jonas Enriquez. Shot clock at 7. Holloway. Fades on the baseline. Shot won't fall in the bucket. Offensive rebound, though. Ismael Romero goes up, off the glass and in.
As soon as he got that rebound, they should have fouled. As soon as he grabs the rebound, he should have fouled. Right now. I guess they tried.
Yeah, didn't get much of a chance. You were right back up with it.
How strong are you? Too strong.
So Romero can complete the three-point play here. He's 4 of 12. Got 26 points, along with 10 rebounds now.
He just had an outstanding game, except at the 50.
It's that one to go. Two-possession game with 3 minutes to play. Romero 27 points. Lead all scorers. Garcia. Shot block! Emmett Williams scoops it and spikes it into the crowd.
Oh, man, did he get up. Great timing.
He sure
did.
He
did that last game, too. He did a block like that last game. Too much
one-on-one. Block getting up a foot above the rim. Out of bounds, Estelí ball. Luis to bring it up. Picked up by Vargas at half court. Off to Enriquez. Around the screen by Romero. Romero rolls. And an offensive foul.
He got his hand up there in the defender's face, too, for no reason. There's still a lot of game to go here. But
oh, sure.
Can't afford to make silly mistakes and turnovers.
Offensive foul was on Adonis Enriquez. He sits down. Jordan Cintrón comes in. Cintrón with 5 points. Vargas. He needs some help. Takes it himself. Gives it up to Garcia, and he goes up and wrecks the rim.
That's why you wanted Vargas to have the
two.
ball. He could create for other players, let alone himself.
Inside 2 minutes to play.
Wow.
Romero's shot blocked. The foul is called, so that will send Romero back to the free throw line as he's a little slow getting up. There's a little bit of a lip there where the court comes to an end and the arena floor is underneath there. Not sure if he's got a little cramp. I'm betting that's what it is. He's getting some fluids in him right now. Yep, that's exactly. Vargas has played 38 minutes in this game to lead everyone. And that's not a good sign. Looks like they were calling for some help to come over to assist Romero. Well, that's good to see. Romero is up off the court under his own power.
But if he doesn't shoot these free throws, he can't come back in the game, correct?
That I don't know. And Vargas is pointing because Adonis Enriquez is up at the free throw line.
I mean, that's true in the NBA and college, and you know, if you don't shoot your free throws, you can't come back in the game, or else you just do that every time. If you're a bad free throw shooter, every time you got fouled, you act like you're hurt. You go sit down, you let somebody else shoot them, and then we're gonna see, I guess.
Enriquez misses the free throw. And if Romero can't come back in, that's a huge loss for Estelí. He's got 27 points, 10 boards. Not to mention 3 steals. Both free throws missed. So now Gladiadores with a chance to tie. Cifuentes. Palacios launches the long 3. That won't go. Garcia had his hands on the ball for a moment. The offensive rebound. Look at that. Romero sitting on the substitution bench.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
I haven't been that deep into the fever rhythm. Ruiz pops from the left elbow. Gives Estelí a 4-point lead. 1:10 to play.
It might not matter, but that'd be interesting rule.
Vargas, he puts up the 3-pointer. Ruiz the rebound. To Holloway bringing it up. Chewing up some clock. Sending Cintrón into the corner. Holloway on the drive. Step back from 18. That rattles around and in. You see the fireworks going off as Estelí leads by 6 with 35.7 to play.
Holloway is just so good at getting a shot out. Did a little hesitation dribble, step back left. He just has it all. He has all the game. And, you know, when you got a player like that can get a shot off against defense, you spread the floor, let him go to work. Great job. He's hit clutch baskets this whole game.
Shot by Holloway. A little sequence that you described. It looks like one of those that he's practiced a couple 100,000 times in an empty gym.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that doesn't
Holloway now with 22 points, 8 of 21 shooting, 5 of 11 from the 3-point line. Also got 5 rebounds and 3 assists.
Sale Sifo, le pasa a Anthony, atacar. La metemos, foul. If we miss, no foul. Los puntos son muy importantes. Si la metemos, foul. Si la fallamos, no foul. If we miss, yes. If we make foul.
If we make it, foul. If we don't make it, no foul.
Does that have to do with the point differential maybe and the whole pool stuff?
I don't know.
Does this point differential carry over into the January window?
Yes.
That's the reason I would have it. So if we make it, we foul because we have a chance to win. If we miss it, don't foul, so they get 2 more points in the point differential.
Perez finally gets it in.
Vargas isn't even in the game.
And Romero back into the game. wrong with the leg there.
Yeah, I have no idea how that rule is. We need to look that up, Craig. But if you can act like you're hurt, go sit on the bench, not shoot your free throws, do that, and come back in and catch a lob and thunder dunk it, there's something wrong with that. But what an appropriate way to end the game.
97-89 Estelí with 17.5 to play. Estelí certainly will not foul here. And Gladiadores, I'm not sure what they were doing there. Palacios hits an inconsequential three-pointer with 4 seconds to play. If they were thinking they had any shot at a win. I'm not sure why they took so long to get a shot at it. Just stood there for 5 or 6 seconds.
Well, Craig, I have 1 month to look up that rule.
I'm looking it up right now, partner.
That makes no sense that you can do that. We would have done that with Shaq every time. Oh, Shaq, okay, Shaq,
Aquí va a estar el beat viene. Hand up, offense. Salimos para acá.
All the way to inbound with a 5-point lead. He gets it back. Drives, puts up a shot, count it. Did they call a foul?
Either way, that was great bad blood for me. The next time we meet in a month, that you had a chance to run the clock out instead of drive and make a basket. But again,
that may have. Yeah, I was just going to say that may very well just have been because of point differential. And I'm not entirely clear what's going on here. They're reviewing it to see if that last shot will count, I guess. If it counts, Real Estelí.
I enjoyed the week. I enjoyed the basketball. I enjoyed your company and great partner. Enjoyed the whole trip.
Well, I enjoyed it as well, partner. And the shot will not count, so the final score will be 97-92. As Estelí outscores Gladiadores 11-6 in the overtime period. Bill Romero leads the way with 29 points, while Holloway with 22. Garcia had 22 for Gladiadores, Anthony Perez 20. As the December window comes to a close, entertaining final game. We get some bonus basketball here in Polideportivo, Alexis Arguello in Managua. For my partner, Paul Mokeski, my name's Craig Fana. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. So long now.